under the hill. And back again. There always will be.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? We're just gonna be hanging out and doing some art stuff today.
Welcome to Rivendell.
It's gonna be a pretty simple and chill stream. Hello. Ultimately what I'm doing is I am taking the map that I had drawn in Inkarnate, well, basically kind of traced and recreated based on the map that Stormy created for Nerdhaven, and adding a couple more details to it, just like the names and stuff like that. So we have the font that I used at the bottom with Middle Earth, and I think that that's gonna do for most of the things, but we're gonna do a couple more things. So first of all, can I let me see, I'm gonna take this and that, I'm gonna make it, can I not select more than one thing? I have to do it over here. Okay. I'm gonna make that smaller, and we're gonna put it down here. We're possibly gonna just have it somewhere over here. I want to see if maybe I can put, I was gonna put the Nerdhaven logo, but I guess I'm not gonna do that. This is going to be mostly something for you to use in game. So you can place it up as like a map or a table or something like that. So a lot of the details are probably not even going to be seen very well. However, I think ultimately it's still going to be pretty nice to have. Let me turn this down. Okay. So I asked Bale to label some of the spots that are on the map, and this is the new map that was provided to me by Stormy, which is kind of the finalized as it is of now, as of now version. And there are a couple of things you can see that I want to include, such as these pathways and things like that. So I'm probably going to end up moving a lot of these type of things. So first of all, let's go ahead and lock our background layer. We don't want to be able to move that at all. And what is the other one? Okay, think we're going to scale these down slightly, bring them over. And we're going to be drawing that road. And then we're going to be drawing that road. So let's go ahead and move this tree over this way. Might put a little bridge there or something. Blue Mountains, that's what that is. Let me zoom into this thing that Belle made me. All right, so I have that, and this is the Shire over here. So I had like some just kind of like trees placed around for aesthetics, but all right, so we'll do that road and we'll do this over here as well. That I'm guessing is Bree. All right, so we're gonna do some labels as well. Let me look up a Lord of the Rings map. Because I do want to make it feel kind of similar. However, the Lord of the Rings maps are very convoluted and they have a lot of information on them. I'm not gonna do that. I am just gonna put kind of the majority of things. Let me turn that down a little bit. Okay, I think for the roads, I'm probably going to use the line tool. I haven't actually used the line tool before. So, the path tool is what I meant to say. And as you can see, that kind of creates a dotted path that I absolutely love. But we're going to try to make it so that it's more repeated than that. Let's see. I think we're going to go with that. Let's turn the opacity up. And blend mode. I think that works. How does the dotted one look? The dotted one ultimately could probably be a bit more visible. Okay. I don't remember how to sample the color. But I do want like a brownish, kind of the same as these outlines. Okay. So I like that a lot. Let's see if we can separate. Oops. We do have to select that. And let's see if we can separate them a little bit. You know, I'm not feeling the dots. What about that? What about that one? This is how the map is going to look. I think that that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. If I make it a little bit more like that, I can't turn the opacity down to maybe like 80. I don't think it needs shadow or anything. Let's see. Oh, there's the gap length. That's actually what I was looking for. So width, we'll leave it at 1, and then the gap length, we put that like at 4. What is the dash length? Let's do that. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see. If I go back to my path tool, is it going to remember those settings? I think it will. Oh, I like how that automatically went behind that. That's nice. Yeah, I guess we're gonna keep it going. Oops. Gonna keep it going. And obviously the idea of this is just going to be for, you know, people to either look at the map, post it in their house, and notice. Let's see if we can change that just slightly here so it's a little bit more visible because of where it is. And then let's go back to 4 and 4 for the regular ones. Let me zoom out and let's do that again. Okay. So it does look like there is some sort of path to something over here.
9 rings were gifted to the race of men, who above all else desire power.
Give me 1 second here. Okay, let me see something here. There was deselect. Deselect. I honestly don't know. I think it does it by whatever I have selected over here. My stamp tool. If I change over to layer 1. I don't know. There was a way that only the items that were in layer 1 showed up down here when I did that. What up, Belle? How's it going, bud? Let me open this up in my other monitor. I can see it better over here since it's not being hidden in the back. So I have Bale's labeled ones for reference, and I have Stormy's, and yeah. How's it going, buddy? You've been busy, huh? I don't know if to make path lines all throughout there or not. Because I feel like it would just be better if this was more dedicated to roads and stuff. Though there are some places that I'm not exactly sure if they're roads or not. So like this part here, I don't know if this is a path. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Like once I turn off the background layering and you can actually see what the idea of it is, it's pretty cool. I'm loving the little path marks. That looks really cool. I think we can probably... I mean, we might be able to do some path marks in there. But then I feel like we're going to start getting a little too detailed. I think that's probably where the label name should go. And then as far as this is concerned, it would just be that. Let's see. There is this. There is a path that goes there. You're not really gonna see it, but it's worth adding. So there, down. All right, and then that goes up to the mountains. All right, let's do a couple of more pathways on the other side, which are clearly there. So that goes in through there. Well, some of these I guess we're not going to see too well through the trees, but we can do them anyway. Let me see. Let me turn off. Let me turn off the trees. I should have done that. I should have done that before. Let me see something here real quick. Trees, objects. Path, 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 path. Stamp. Tree. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna draw it and let it be in the background. I can also just draw it in the foreground and then kick it back. But where's my pathing tool? This pathing tool is awesome. I love that. You know what, actually, I can take all these things and move them. Let's work on our layers here a little bit. Everything on layer 3. I'm not sure what I have on layer 3. I think it's just the name. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all that's on layer 3. So I'm going to take that. Hold on. I'm going to take those two things. Deselect 4. What am I selecting? Oh. Let me lock that. There you go. That's 2 things. I'm going to move this up to layer, let's say layer 5. Because that's just going to be dead on the top of everything. And then I'm going to take everything that is... I'm going to lock that as well. Trees. Select all of them and move them up to layer 3. That means... What else do I have? I should get rid of all my trees. So... Mountains. Let's go with mountains. We can move that up as well. Oh. I mean, yeah. We can move that up as well. Mountains and trees are on the same layer, which is totally fine. And then what else do we have over here? Let's lock that. Large hills. Hills. Send that to layer 3 as well. And that leaves us with just our paths. Where are the Misty Mountains? Dr. Dusk, what's up? Give me directions, I'm lost. For the Misty Mountains, you basically take a right on that path and you end up in the Misty Mountains. This is the Misty Mountains over here. The Misty Mountains. All right. So what I wanted to do was to be able to isolate all of my paths and actually just leave that on layer 2. Now I can do pathing. I can remove the yeah, I can remove that singular path and I can replace it with this one. I feel like I should have just gone here like that. Oops. Come on. You can do it. Like that. And then from here. Oh my god, I screwed that up. There. And now that we removed our trees, we can actually do this a little better. So we'll take this and move that way. See if we can get that turned a little bit better. Come on. All right. All right. For these two, I'm going to see if I can turn down the... Is it? Why can't I select more than one? That is so annoying. I should be able to... Okay, I can. I guess it's control, not shift. Everything else is shift. Let's change this to 3. And maybe that to 3 as well. Just to be able to separate the lines a little bit more, just to see them a bit more clearly. I'm guessing that's a path as well. Is that a path? It looks like a path. Oh, it looks like a path. All right. We're going to leave that. Also, Dusk, you wouldn't be on your own. I would be so lost all the time. I'm not super familiar with like Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings, you know, lore. If it wasn't for Bale, okay, I know that there's a path that goes over the mountains, but I don't think I'm going to include that. I think I just want standard ground paths. Let me take a look at the clean map. I think we pretty much got all of the very obvious pathing. I know that there's some other things, but I can't really tell how they are. And I don't know if they're actually clean paths or just, you know, like wild paths. But I think that'll do it for pathing. So you see, now that we separated the trees or separated the paths into a different layer, the trees can just go right up top, but the paths are still there. So you can't really see them, but at least we know they're there. I could probably add pathing up here as well. Let me see if I can see it a bit more clearly over here. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Is that as far as I can zoom in? Okay. Thank you, Chrome. It's so helpful. Oh, Jesus, I was actually hella zoomed in. Oh, I love this song. It's good the paths are hidden. Yeah, it's kind of cool, right? Like, you're going into the forest and not even the paths make sense on the map. I love the Icy Fire song, and I never heard this lo-fi version. It's kind of nice. I'm just like making some of this stuff up. I'm not really sure how the paths are. doesn't really matter that much. Okay. I love the way that this does the shores like that. I love it. So that is that. We got paths in. Let me turn off this. So this is how the map is going to look. That looks so cool. I love the paths. Let me take a look at the Game of Thrones map. Is there a better quality one? Yawn. Okay. Oh, I like that. The way they have that. That's nice. Let me open that. Oh wow, this is detailed. Okay, so now I have that one along with Bale's labeled one. And we can start putting in some labels. And I want to do it kind of in the way that it is. We're also not putting as many labels because they be a lot. So I think let's switch over to layer 4. Or we can do layer 5, which is where the other ones are. And the text, does it remember? Okay, it kind of, that's pretty interesting that it actually remembers the way. I just labeled the stuff Stormy put in the game. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted you to do. Yeah. Cause there's a lot of shit, Bale. There's way more stuff like on the map that I had no idea. All right, so we're gonna start with Gulf of Loon. I don't know if this would even make sense for it to be labeled there, but we can make it, we could also make it smaller. I don't know that I want the same outline stuff. No outline. And I do want the opacity to be all the way up. Figured it'd be weird to label them, have someone go there. Yeah. That's a very good point. No shadow either. We don't need shadow. Actually, I don't know. The outline's not a horrible idea. It's just like whenever we put this in game, this is not going to be very visible. Like that label is not going to be super visible. All right, I do want, I want it to be darker. So maybe we can outline it black. I know, right? Well, wait, in the past, didn't someone, oh, excuse me, didn't we change the image of the in-game mod with one of our mods? Like with one of the placeable mods or something like that? I think Sin did that, right? Or did he do it with the map edits that he did? I don't remember. I'm not sure if it has to be like tied with the map mod or just a mod that is in game to replace it. I wish that this was sharper though. But I mean, I guess that's not bad, I guess, right? Loon. Let me curve that a little less. He says as he curves it even more. Okay. Can I just like go in like that instead? Make that split as like where the, oh shit. That's not what I want to do. See, this is why you lock layers. Oh, but it's literally in the wrong layer. 5. Okay, we're gonna take that and we're gonna just bring it in like right there. I think that works. I think I'm gonna try to just like place the labels wherever you had them, and then kind of worry about how they're gonna be placed and stuff. I just want to get everything on the field.
There's always been a Baggins living here
Fucking hate those ads, dude.
in Baggin. There always will be.
Arid Owen. Blue Mountains. That's these over here, right? Let's see. Did I not freaking... Can you stop clicking the wrong shit? Brie. Shire.
Welcome to Rivendell, Frodo Baggins.
Okay, that's that. That's that. What is Durin's Rests? Wyvern's Rest is in these mountains here. Barrow down right under, right there. Okay, I think we have, oh, Amon Sul Weather Talk. I don't know how I'm gonna do kind of like those little subtitle things, but we'll figure it out. Because like the whole point is gonna be able to have them legible. So we'll cut out of the mountains and stuff like that if the label's gonna go over it, and we'll make it look decent. Or like how they have it in this other Lord of the Rings map that I'm seeing, is that they just kind of put it in like blank spots, but they also just kind of decorate around it. Excuse me, one of those days. Let's see, we have that, the Grey Mountains. So like this would be right on the path. And then I'm hungry. I just realized that I didn't eat lunch. Yeah, I guess just the important ones. It doesn't, as much as we can get in there, I think it'll be cool to have. You know what I mean? Like if there's some areas that are getting a little convoluted, then we can discuss maybe doing it differently or taking it out if we need to. Greenwood. Markwood. Some of these are going to be very difficult to... Oof, Jesus Christ, I just did that. Stupid. Stupid. They're going to be pretty hard to read. Like if I put that there, it's gonna be kind of hard to read. I'll take out some trees and give it some space. Cause I'm like, I'm zoomed in at 200% right there. Like, this is 100% like of the map. So as you can see, like the words look a little sharper once you zoom out. But when you're zoomed in, it's a little rough. Yeah, if I'm gonna put it all in there, and if we can decide on which ones we want to keep, and maybe the other ones could just I could either use like a different font so I can make it smaller or something else. Like we can decide what we want to be the main ones. So that, like on this other map that I'm looking at, they have very different sizes of fonts and stuff. All right, so why do I keep doing that? Oh my god, I'm hungry. My stomach. But I guess now we gotta wait. Excuse me, till after I work out to eat. Well, how have you been doing since your physical therapy and your stuff? Have you been doing better? Misty Mountains. That's good. That's good. All right, I think that is all of them. So I think, let's see, first of all, if we make these, oh no. If we make them like a solid brown and then increase their size, it might be a little better to kind of place. I curve this a little bit more so that I can put you right there. See, I think that could work. Even going slightly darker. That outline's insane. Is that what this is? Let me see. Can I bring that down a little bit? Like, can I do an outline of 0.2? Rivendell. Oh no, I did not actually. I saw that, and then I was making room for it, and then I completely Forgot. ADHD, you know? Because I was like moving things around. Window. Okay. Okay. So this color combination is not working for me. I think if we go... There's like this reddish color. That's already a lot more legible. What is this on the... Oh, I like that. I like that. Also, let me save. I haven't saved in a while. Alright, so see, this name over here, I think is too light. I think that needs to be more of a brown.
9 rings were gifted to the race of men, who above all else desire power.
I don't know if I can share. I can add. Oh, I can copy the color here. I want to be able to make it one of these colors. But I don't think that I can do that. All right. Okay, I like that better than this. Let's change the color of those. But I want to try something else with the shadow. I think that might buy us a little bit of clarity. I'm gonna move the map over here. If we do something like that, yeah, we'll just keep it in black. See, that's kind of nice there. Like with the drop shadow in the back. Very, very clear. let me see something. Let me copy this color and see how that transfers over to here. All right, so you can't see that at all. Let me copy that color. All right, I don't want to lose that, so I'm going to put it over there. All right, so I can also do kind of a shadow or like a little back blur that matches the map a bit more. And that will... And that will still clear up the labels. But I'm trying to see. So that's how it looks without a black outline. And I kind of like it. Oh, bold. I think that's it right there. So we have the arid Lewin, the blue mountains. There are no other labels around this area. So that can stay like that. But even if I bring that a little bit smaller, it is still pretty legible. I don't know how... I don't know if there's a way to sample colors. Is there? Brush tool. I don't think so. Like, I want that to match more of that. So let's see if we can get it, shall we? Shadow. I mean, it could be a little bit to the wider side too. See, I think we can bring that in a bit. That makes it pretty damn legible. But I do want it to blend a bit more. Okay. I think I like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to like replicate that the same way. But we'll give it a shot. Select. I wish there was like a copy attribute thing. That would be nice. And some other tools that I've had, you can like make one thing look just like the other. Okay, so I don't know if that is the same color. It's not. I could just redo the labels. That might be easier. That might be easier to just redo the labels. I should have probably thought about this before. But I do like that. I think we could do some of the ones, like, for example, Durin's Rest. There isn't really anything else there. The Shire. There. This is like that small part there. Bale, this isn't like a main area thing, right? The Barrow Downs. So, like, if I made that a little smaller, would it be okay? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right. So that, and then we have Amonsul. Okay. So far might be okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna have some things looking like this, and then the main one's kind of looking like that. So, like, I could do Bree like this instead. See, and that stands out a bit more. Can be a bit smaller that way too. It doesn't really serve a purpose in our season. That one. How do they have... I guess it's not even really on this map that I'm seeing. Alright, I'm gonna remove that one. Just for the hell of it. Actually, I could put it like over... I could put it over the top. Is it like on these hills here? It's right on those hills? Or like a little bit down here, right? Okay. So I think I could use like this style. And go. I'm afraid of that getting a little too small. I kind of like that if I'm able to do that. So like if I can take these two, move them down slightly, and then put the label right in between it. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I didn't know which names you wanted to have. Most places have two names, the Elven name and the common name. That's a good point. I guess we can just have the common name. probably better that way. I think, I don't know if you're back, Bale. Maybe we should go with the common name. It might be a little easier. That looks pretty nice there. I'm gonna make these a little more even. Like all of these labels are kind of similar sizes. I like that. See, the thing that this other map that I'm looking at does is that they don't give a shit which direction they're putting text. So it's like this way, that way, this way. I don't want to do that. Like for me, it's either going to be this way or like this way that you can read from the bottom up. I don't like reading things this way. All right, I think for this one, I'm going to do that one. Oh shit, what was it? Gulf of Noon. Okay, that's nice. All right, so then this one is actually just Weathertop, right? That's pretty helpful. What's the font size of that one? 10? 10? Okay. We can bring that up a little bit. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere with this. Let's go ahead and copy. Where do I have this? Let's lock that. Let's copy that and make it Misty Mountains. I'm sure that that's like the entirety of that mountaintop, right? So having it kind of like Oh, I guess I can't. I'm breaking my own rule. I didn't want to have it being read like this, but due to the angle of this, I don't want it like that either. I could just make it like this, I guess. These people have it like across the river on this side. That's kind of nice, but it's also upside down. So we're not going to do that. I think that that's good where it is. What is this other label that I have here? Lothlorian. And that's... Is that right where I had that? Or... Yeah, it should be right there. I guess I missed like a little river or something there. Probably delete it. Okay. Hey Ellie, what's up? Yeah, that's true. Like, why include it if I can't go there? Okay. Misty Mountains is good there. The Ice Bay. I think I want to make that like this one. That's not gonna fit there. How's it going, Ellie? What are you up to? I could just be at a bit of an angle. About to get started for the day. It's 5 p.m. My day is winding down. Oh, your stream. Yeah, I'm probably going to be streaming here for just a little bit longer. And then I am going to go work out. And I guess that does it there. That's fine. I do like want to rotate this one a little less there. Okay. What you playing today, Ellie? Once Human, Dune. Are you done with Dune or still playing it? They fucked up the PvP for us, so we're not interested anymore. Oh. Yeah, I saw you playing one CUN again. What did they do to the PvP? I gotta see, cause okay, yeah, mountain orcs are right here, and then Rivendell's down there. I really need like a refresher of the. I was gonna say Game of Thrones. Oh boy. I need a refresher of the Lord of the Ring movies. I'm probably gonna try to watch them all before the season starts. Made 75% of the PvP area into a PvE area. Didn't they have designated PvP areas for a reason? Like, wasn't it already a lot of PvE area? Yeah, with elements of PvP. Yeah, I kind of figured. Like, I remember there like the PvP areas being pretty limited. And they wanted more, so they screwed over the PvPers. Yeah. That sucks. Alright. So that's good there. I do kind of want to... My OCD's making me want to put it like perfectly in between these two, but that would make it here, and I think that would be too far down. Like it has to be around here. It's not about OCD, it's about where it is on the map. All right, M9. So they forced the devs into changing the only PvP zone. That's wild to me. Was there not a huge PvP crowd? Okay, those are the mountains. Carnjum is actually gonna be like right at the end of this path here, right? And then for the mountains, the Gray Mountains. Yeah, it was huge, but they lost most all the hardcore PvPers. So they threw a Hail Mary and hoped that would work, right? Like, or that they would at least keep more of the PvE players. I actually don't like that being as curved as the other one. I mean, more curved than the other ones. That actually kind of bothers me. So these are the Gray Mountains over here. I think we could afford to bring this down just a little bit. Actually, I mean, where you have it pointed is under this river, right? So it'll be kind of more here. I don't think that matters that much, but it will give me more space for this label. Okay. I'm pretty okay with that. Should I have this like that? That looks kind of nice. It's like cupping the mountains, and it's kind of going along with this one. Yeah, that looks pleasing. I don't think I'm gonna end up using that color combination. So let's go here and do that. Looks like Thranduil's balls. That's what that looks like. This font is funny. I think that's better. Okay, nice. They cover the mountaintop range at the top of the T. Okay, so the Great Mountains are, yeah, like the top T part, right? So all of that, like this is the Gray Mountain, this is the Misty Mountains. They together they make the T. The T Mountains. We're not gonna call it the T Mountains. All right, perfect. Perfect. I appreciate your help with this, Fail. I wanted to get this done today, or done for the most part. Tomorrow, I am gonna try to do as many of your icons. It shouldn't take that long. I have to download all of the images to my iPad because I have an application on my iPad that removes the backgrounds a lot faster than what I use on the PC. Because like I use this free thing on the PC, and sometimes like you have to like watch an ad in order to be able to remove the backgrounds. It's a pain in the ass. But on the app, I literally just open the image, hit delete background, and for the most part, it removes it almost instantly. There's some times that I have to like clean it up, but it saves me so much time. And if I do have to clean it up on my iPad, I can do it with my pencil. So it's still more convenient. All right, so we have that, which is up there. And then we have the Mirkwood, which is, what is it? What is this here? Why do I have this kind of blank up there? Is that also where the Mirkwood elves are, or is that something else? Like, are the Mirkwood elves just in the... Or, I guess the Mirkwood is just the woods, right? Yeah, there wasn't that many. Oh, the blank is that. Oh, okay. I thought that it was up there. Gotcha. Because that's all together. All this part is together. Then, right? Like it kind of goes from here and the top slightly. Oops. Actually, I think you had it better last time. Okay. I'll turn on the map here so that you can see. You see, so there's like something here. Oh, these are just like cliffs? Okay. Cool. Like little cliff sides and stuff. Cool. Yeah, I could probably use something like this one. Ah, I see. All right, that makes more sense to me. Okay. That's good then. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then I guess that just makes it so that the greenwood is just around here. Is Mirkwood the common name or Greenwood? I'm guessing it's Mirkwood. They're not that much different. Either. Okay. Yeah, let's go with Mirkwood. I hear that a lot more than anything else. Give it a little rotation. It starts Greenwood, gets corrupted, and turns into Mirkwood. Ah. What is it during our season? Already Mirkwood or still Greenwood? It's both. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. I want to see if I can actually just make these one step smaller. That's not horrible. Do have to adjust. I might need to make it a little bit more intense here because it is just sitting on top of trees. It's legible though. I think that's a little better. I like that. When you have me full screen. Yeah, like the thing is like, if we're gonna make it a placeable in game, it's probably not gonna be very legible. Because the goal would have been, if it was the end game map, it would have opened like this, you know, like it would have opened this size. And you could have literally... I think I could change the resolution, but I think once you put it in the game, it's going to be a default resolution anyway. So it doesn't matter how high quality I make it. Okay, I think that does it. I think we've replaced all of the ones that we placed originally. Maybe for this we go back to a lighter one. Kind of like that orangey one. It's kind of nice. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So excited for this season.
They're raiding. Initiating defense.
Oh, snap. John, thanks for the raid. I was actually about to leave shortly. It's time for me to go work out. But I wanted to get in a little stream. I wanted to work on the map. And yeah, I think probably going to add a couple more like hills and stuff like that around this area. I don't know if you can, you can't see my mouse, can you? Oh yeah, you can right here. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. So I'm probably gonna extend or at least decorate, because this is a big open spot. Maybe decorate a little bit with some like hills, because I can tell that there's hills and stuff around here. So we'll do that, and probably the same over here. Keep them kind of low opacity. But for the most part, I think that that's gonna do it. We can do this part here as well. You know what's funny? I actually kind of like the combination of the map that I did and the screenshot. If it wasn't because of this side thing over here that makes it look kind of weird. I don't like that line. But make both? I can't make both. I can actually make both and then Photoshop that line out, because I hate that. Yeah, like this weird thing. Sora make it disappeared. I don't use Photoshop. It's just the verb, you know? That's the verb. But yeah, there we go. John, most maps that I've seen have like the Middle Earth label down here, but I don't know if you like preferred it up here or this isn't being used down there, so it could just be centered. It could be up here as well. Yeah, most maps seem to put it right there. Is there a compass? Oh, the compass is up here. I like that. That's kind of nice. Do I have a compass thing in my stamps? Inkarnate. Loading art. What are you loading? Let's see. Pirates. No? I'd be damned if there's not one in the pirate section. What's a compass? There isn't one here? Treasure map. No, this is just treasure stuff. Well, damn. Bro. Is it called a compass? What is it called? What's that little legend thing called on the map? I don't think it's called a compass. It's called a compass rose. Come on, what? Okay, well, I mean, I searched and I don't have anything named compass, so except for these things. I mean, like, what if I wanted to make a treasure map? There's a little treasure map right there. I feel like I've heard this song several times today. I just put north. Catalog? What is the difference between catalog and the other thing? Oh, look at that! We found it! Now to see which one works the best. That's kind of nice. I like that. That's kind of nice too. But I like that that one's drawn. Jesus Christ. I like that that's a little rustic. Yeah, I would do low opacity on whichever one. Let's see. Nah, I'm really digging the hand-drawn one. What do you think, John? Hey, I got a bot. That must have come over from John. John, you brought the bots, right? That had to be you. Rated you with my bots. I don't like that one. I like that one. That one's perfectly fine. I don't think we need, like, should I put the N at least? Or I don't think we need the letters. Unintrusive. Yeah, it's just kind of like, I like that it's a sketch. It matches like the rest of the stuff. I don't know that there's a, maybe reduce the opacity. Yeah. I don't know that there is a, get out of here. Like just an N would probably be good. You do not need to be curved at all. Oh, Jesus Christ. So much for trying to make it less obvious. I gotta use the restroom. Now, you know what? I don't think it's necessary. I think that does it. Also, I'm not really digging this thing. So this is basically the north of Middle Earth, right? Mainly focusing Eriador, Misty Mountains, and Greenwood. I mean, yeah, but there's also like a lot more, like. Almost. I'm pretty happy with that. I kind of feel like this needs to be dark though. If I'm being honest. I keep going back to it and I'm just like I'm not happy with it. I think it's this white banner thing that is just throwing me off. What's up, Derpy? Oh my god, I'm so hungry. It's time to work out. Oh, my wife said 5:45. Okay. Maybe this one would be nicer. Oh, this one's like much nicer. It like actually matches what's happening. There's no food. Let me look at some of the other ones now that we found that. No. No. That one takes it, I think. Did we see any other ones? Ah, that's a bit much. It's a bit much. I think that'll do, pig. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm not gonna make that too much bigger. I'm just gonna change the text. Oh my god. I never remember which direction does what. I also don't like that. Hold on. Like, match some of the other thingies, please. Much better. Much better. And there we have it, boys. I actually kind of wanted to put this and that like together. Like the idea. Oh, Jesus, I fucked that up. The idea was, can you just not be dumb? Was to do something like that, which I feel looks really nice. So, like, we could just have this done here as well. No need to have it up there. Although the only reason I tried it up there is because I saw a different map that had it up there. Hold on. Lister, what's going on? Put your face. Ew. Ew. You would ruin our season. Actually, I feel like now this can go smaller. Let's see. If I do something like that. Like scale it together, you know? Thrill of the fight. Supposedly they broke that game so badly, like as far as like balancing. A lot of people are not happy with that game. Thank you, buddy. How you been? Yeah, I'm a lot happier with that, John. And then, let's see. Derpy. Then let's see if we can find some orcs. Do we have... Look at this. All right, boom. Now it's time. The spiky tents can work. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna put like buildings and stuff like that, but look, bam. Now there's orcs everywhere. And let's see, can we get one of those big ones? Oh Jesus. Let's get one of those big ones. And the orcs are invading Rivendell. Oh, my opacity's low. There you go. Battle for Middle Earth. Well, yeah, I was actually considering playing the online. But I did join a Middle Earth Minecraft server. Let me tell you, it's amazing. I can't do what I want to do with it because it's too much. But this server was insane. It's basically like 1 to 58 or something like that scale of Middle Earth, but you can literally walk from like one place to another. And then they did this thing working on an MMO. Oh shit. They did this thing where you could follow the path of anybody in the books. So if you're listening to an audiobook in this Minecraft server, you can actually follow the path of that person throughout the book. And I'm like, that's so cool if you just want to like hang out and be kind of immersed in a little area. All right, let's see. Where's the elves? Are there elves? They're not going to be any elves. This is a battle map now. Hello? Elves? There's no elves. Why is there orcs but no elves? Oh, look. That's an elf right there. And now all the elves are standing around and there's gonna be a big fight. Dwarves. There you go. The dwarves over at During's Rest. There's so many of them. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any. There's not going to be any hobbits. Humans. Are there any humans? There's humans. There's androids. That is a naked human. Okay, here we go. We have some nobles. We have mummies. No. Archers. All right. There's the humans from Bree. What was the little thingies? The spiky tents that John wanted. Here we go. Spiky tents. Oh my god, that's massive. What was the... Oh, shift. War camp. Okay, I'm done. Watch this just crash. Because of all the dumb stuff that I'm doing and I didn't save it. All right. Let me see. I think this could actually be a little bit bigger. Like a so. That's nice. I like that. I like that. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? No, never mind. I'll do that after. All right, that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you for hanging out. I have to go get ready to get my sweat on. And yeah, be out of breath for a little while. I'm so hungry though. I'm like, why am I working out with no calories? I had a decent breakfast today, but that wasn't enough. Go get swole. Yeah. Getting swole time. You guys have a good one. Thank you for hanging out. I'm very excited about this thing. I'm very excited about our season getting started sometime soon. No dates announced, but sometime soon. I'll probably be another year older by then. Size is the prize. And probably John will also. But it's gonna be good times. I'm gonna send you guys over to my friend Ellie, my sister from another mister. And I will see you all next time. Peace. And I will see you all next time. Ew, echo.